this is Miss G, your favorite math teacher. Today we are cooking with Miss G and French toast is on the menu. My super cute cameraman is Kiefer today.
Hi.
This is what you'll need to make French toast. Milk, vanilla, bread, eggs, syrup, and confectioner's sugar. My boys like to eat bacon with their French toast, so I just put some bacon on a pan. I set my oven to 350 and I'm going to put it in for 20 to 30 minutes. The first thing you always do before you cook is make sure you have clean hands. Okay, Carson and Kiefer have chickens, so we have all these beautiful fresh eggs. So that's why they're multicolored. I'm just cooking for me and Carson and Kiefer today, so I'm only going to use 6 eggs. But if Mr. Rick were here, I would be using 12 eggs because he eats a lot of French toast. So I'm going to use 6 eggs. 2, 3. Okay, so I have my 6 eggs cracked and I'm just going to put a splash of milk in. And I'm going to put a cap full of vanilla in. Okay, now I'm just going to take my whisk and I'm going to whisk that together. I'm going to add a little salt also. Okay, my eggs are well blended. Now, since I touched eggs, I'm going to re-wash my hands. Okay, so here's the kind of messy part. You're going to take your slices of bread, just regular bread, and you're going to dip it in the egg wash. And I'm using my griddle today. You can use, I have a pan like this that I use sometimes when I'm only making 2 or 3. You can use a regular skillet. I like to use my griddle because I can put more on it. So you're just going to take your bread and bring your bowl over here pretty close to where you're cooking because it gets a little messy. And you're just going to dip it. Make sure you dip both sides. And you're going to place it on your griddle. My griddle is heated to 350 to 400.
You want me to zoom in?
Yes, come over here.
I'm just going to zoom in.
It's already getting smelly in here. Okay, I'm going to let those sit for a little while, and you'll know the smell. When you smell it, you start smelling the eggs cooking and the bread will release from the griddle, and once they release, it's easy to flip them. Okay, so see how it's getting good and steamy across the top, and there's a smell in the air that smells like eggs are cooking. So, oh, did you see how that just slid across? So it's time to go ahead and turn them. See how easy they are to turn? They're not sticking. It just turns very easily. Okay, you just let the other side cook really good until it releases, and then we'll put them on our plate over here and we'll dunk the rest of our bread. Okay, so these have been flipped over for about a minute, so I'm going to take them off and put them on my plate over here because they are ready to eat. See how beautiful they look?
Yep. Hey, you're also kind of teaching me because I didn't know how to make them.
I know, that's the good thing about these videos. Okay, I'm going to put the rest on and then I'll show you how we top them off. Okay, we're ready to plate it up. I've got all of my French toast done, my bacon's done, and I'm ready to plate it. Okay, so I'm just going to put a couple on a plate and then I drizzle it with my syrup. And then I take my powdered sugar and I dust it. And then I add bacon to my plate. And French toast and bacon is what's for breakfast. Happy boys, hungry boys.
I'm hungry.
Okay. This is really good. One last thing. Now with my two boys, I don't usually have leftovers. Every once in a while I will. So I'll pop them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer. And on one of those mornings when I really don't want to cook, I just pull those out and put them in the toaster. The boys are happy either way.